Hi there, Anil Gupta again here. I talked a little bit on the maintenance issues which the residents are facing. Let me also talk a little bit about the impact of commercial entities and activities on the life of residents. Like I said, this is a 452-acre, supposedly an integrated community. It includes golf course, 200 acres, it has Atlantis sports complex, it has uh, hotel resort, it has schools, it has other areas which I would just say things like barracks, Annapurna, which was earlier part of project group. So if I look at all this discussion, and it has around 10 apartment clusters, it has two villa clusters, land one, land two, and the whole thing is sort of integrated community. Unfortunately, the problem which has happened here is the entrance of most of the commercial entities come through let's the entrance of most of the commercial entities like the golf course and Atlantis now is closed, and also the resort, school, all normally come through the community. Now, what does it mean to us? Look at the hotel resort. You have a nice five-star hotel, top of the range, you know. Guess what? All visitors have a separate gate. So any visitor would want to go to the hotel will go to a dedicated entrance of the hotel resort with a topmost security. But any good, any marriage or any function, any trucks, any diesel generator will have to come through the Kamla gate. Now Kamla gate, we have a number of gates here, predominantly Kaveri and Narmada, which are the two entrance gates. There is a Kamla gate, which was basically for the project group. When the JP was the project team, we have Sutlej, which is more to do with maids and all that discussion. So these are the gates which are there, very expensive. Most of the gates cost 38.8 lakhs. And we also had a gate, Atlantis gate. We'll talk about that, which is in the sports complex. But how it's functioning is, if you look at the hotel resort, all the trucks basically come through the Kamla gate. All the goods, through the Kamla gate into the community. And that comes and travels across the different apartments, Earth Court, maybe Crescent Court, Sea Court, and goes right in the resort. And interestingly, when we pointed this out, why would you not allow the trucks go directly through your thing? They, based on their statistics, they said, look, we asked how many trucks come. They said 350 trucks in a year come there. And 350 trucks, basically, if you look at the number of days, around 5 trucks in an event, the 70 events, 5 trucks, 350 trucks, 5 laborers, then you can understand 1650 workers, 3 days, 1 day event, 1 day loading, 1 day downloading, 210. Huge amount of labor influx, huge amount of weight on the roads. And the biggest problem was, before we got involved, they were all across the community, they were ogling at a woman, we have documented that. Huge noises from the commercial entity, marriages, and if you remember, as per law, you can't have more than 55 dB during the daytime and 45 dB during the night. But at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock night, you will have noise, music, and disturbing. Some of us, including me, actually have put I had to change my glass to a soundproof glass or sound resistant glass. So we documented this. We said, JP, this is not working. I mean, you have to take care of the community. Your commercial activities, which are profit motive, cannot be used at the cost and interest of the residents. I mean, the residents are here. Their rights are more important. Now they should be duly taken. But JP just refused. Now let's go on the other side. If you go to the golf, this is supposed to be a top of the range golf course. And guess what? It has the highest, green fee in India, 10,000 rupees per week, Saturday, Sundays of holidays, or 6,000 on a weekend. They do all sort of tournaments. They do a lot of film shootings, and we can show you documents on that, which take 2 to 5 days. The sponsored golfing tournaments, which included some of the major European, Asian, Indian championship. They have regular Mercedes, BMW tournaments. They have PGTI, IGNOU tournaments. They have junior golfing tournaments, alumni tournaments. Each vary from 1 to 2. BMW Mercedes can take 3 to 4. They had Avanta Masters, which was the topmost tournament, was held, which had 156 top golfers, right? Your Asian Tour, European Tour, all sort of stuff, various corporate events. And if you look at that, and a lot of these activities take place beyond 10, 11, 12 o'clock, noise beyond 45 dB, which is assigned. And there's a complete standard that at 100 dB you could get, at 110 you can get deaf, at 110 you can get damaged. But no issues, getting those issues. Other issues is when all these people come, tournaments, visitors, audience, huge influx, huge security issues, huge pollution issues, and we'll talk a little bit about that. The golfing community, Crescent Court, which is close by, which is just above, there's just, have big issues there, noise, drivers going around, loitering around, some beer bottles thrown on, drivers peeing. This is a mention of a lady, a resident of that discussion. Major issues on these matters, right? Let me give you some statistics on the impact on us in terms of pollution. Based on the amount of vehicles, commercial vehicles, DG sets, vanity vans for shootings, advertising shooting, film shootings, mess vans, all sort of stuff. Based on analysis, before the COVID time took, there's around 32,000 tons of gross vehicle weight on our roads. All right, on account of golf course and this. And if you take the load, is around 35,000 tons on gross vehicle weight only on the roads. Like I mentioned, they only pay 36,000 rupees per year for roads. That is 33,000, around 3,000 per month, which is around 1 rupee 90 paisa per golf member, right? That is one. So it increases the huge maintenance cost. We call it basically in terms of wear and tear because of sheer because of these things. Second, look at pollution. Now, as you know, BS standard, which with BS4 came in 2010-2017. If I use even the BS4 standards, it is estimated around 1400 kgs of carbon monoxide, 182 kgs of hydrocarbon, and 116 kgs of NOx, with significant increase in particulates, creating huge impact in terms of pollution. Now, if I go to BS2, which was the earlier standard, this multiplies with 2.5, which results around 3,500 kg of carbon monoxide, 455 kg of hydrocarbon, 2,900 kg of NOx, and this excludes DG sets. This is only commercial vehicle. So we already have an issue of air pollution, noise pollution. I talked about sound pollution, right? And both is safety and security. Laborers, invasive laborers, workers outside, our ladies are not safe. We have had complaints from ladies who have said that we are being stared at. Before we came into picture and told them to put standard operating procedures, at least on the hotel resort, they used to live inside here. They used to dirty the place. They used to throw all bottles, housekeeping. A lot of big issues, right? So here you have a golf course which takes pride as the first 18-hole legendary made by Greg Norman. It's supposed to have the best tourism-friendly golf course. It's got awards, 2010, 9, 14, 15. Best tourism-friendly golf, best golf course, lots of awards. Highest in terms of charges. And then guess what? Not only they don't contribute, as I talked about in the maintenance, but they create additional issues with this. Now, what we told JP is that please have the entrance of the golf course and also resort. If I'll take the case of DLF golf course in Gurgaon, Aralias, Magnolias, they had entrance also between the residents. But once Camellia is coming, they have now made the entrance from the Faridabad side. When I talked to the DLF people, they said, we do not want to be intrusive to the life of the residents. For us, residents are sacrosanct, and hence we have made a road outside without impacting the residents in life. And here we talked to JP. I said, JP, please make your entrance from the Pari Chowk because you're already having your phase 2 coming from that side. Because when you do that, we only need 2 gates. The Kamla gate would not be required. You would just need Narmada gate and Kaveri gate, and we would save around 98 lakhs of rupees. Do you want to know what is the cost of security for us? 5.3 crores. we pay the cost 5.3 crores out of 21 crores, which is around 25% of maintenance only goes in security costs. And with all the interest issues we have lack of security, we have all the issues of outsiders coming in, and we said, please make your entrance from outside the community. Why would a truck for a resort come inside the community when the main entrance of the guests are from the other side, which has got high security level? So these are questions we have asked those people, that your commercial entities are creating more issues to us, more nuisance to us. At one side, we subsidize your maintenance. On the other side, you exploit us. We actually subsidize your commercial operation. You are making money. There's a saying, and what we wrote to JP is, what's good for the community should be good for you. It cannot be that it's good for you with your profit motive, but bad for the community and bad for the residents. Not acceptable.